Hello, and welcome to this video series on classical Hollywood main title music. The content of the series is based on the dissertation I completed for my film composition master's degree at the London College of Music. I've always been deeply passionate about both films and music, with orchestral film scores holding a particularly special place in my heart. It's difficult to put in words, but no other form of art moves or excites me in quite the same way. For me, the late Romantic period and the era of Expressionism represent the peak of musical expressiveness, striking a remarkable balance between complexity and emotional depth. Sadly, during the 20th century, classical music lost much of its prominence. The rise of experimental approaches and atonal harmony alienated many listeners, leading to a decline in its popularity. Meanwhile, genres like jazz, pop, rock, and later electronic music gained wider appeal. Classical music, pushed to its extremes, often became too abstract for the average listener. Fortunately, the rich tradition of classical music found a new life in the hands of film composers. They adapted its essence into shorter, more accessible forms, bringing its power to broader audiences. When deciding on a topic for my dissertation, it was clear that I wanted to explore something connected to orchestral film music. However, the subject is vast, with numerous ties to classical techniques, so I needed to focus on a specific aspect. Main titles stood out to me as one of the most iconic elements in film scoring. These pieces allow for grand, complex orchestrations, since the music is often the primary focus during the opening of a film. Studying main title music offered me a way to examine examples spanning the entirety of film history. This not only provided fascinating insights into the music itself, but also into its cultural, historical, and political contexts. Although I narrowed the focus, the topic remained broad enough to incorporate ideas beyond just music, which could potentially be interesting for non-musicians as well. That's when I knew I had found the perfect subject to explore.
Okay, let's get this show on the road!
Fanfares, marches, and lush string melodies have been recurring elements of classical Hollywood main title music throughout cinema history. Beginning with the golden age of Hollywood, iconic studio logos like the 20th-century Fox fanfare were established and consistently played at the start of films. These were often directly followed by grand main title music. As Allison noted, some filmmakers want those first moments to be breathtaking. They create titles that kickstart the adrenaline glands and thrust the viewer into the film's momentum, placing considerable responsibility in the hands of the composers. There are countless examples in cinema history where the music employs similar tropes, transcending different genres and eras, from the majestic fanfares of Korngold's The Seahawk to the adventurous spirit of John Williams' score for Indiana Jones. Main title music has played a pivotal role in shaping audience expectations and experiences. This video series seeks to explore the evolution and deeper meanings of this musical style and how it became what some might call the American sound. Through a musical and historical analysis of a selection of classical Hollywood main title music from various decades, this study will investigate its development and significance. A successful opening credit sequence can improve the viewing experience of a film, while a substandard one can ruin that experience, since the opening credit sequence establishes someone's first impression of the film. This exploration will delve into the nuances of how these compositions achieve their impact, examining elements such as orchestration, thematic development, and emotional resonance. For other composers, this video series will hopefully provide a concise summary of the essential elements to better understand and craft classical Hollywood main title music. By delving into the historical context and musical structure of these compositions, This study aims to uncover the factors that contribute to their enduring appeal and effectiveness in setting the tone for films. In the next video, I'm going to talk more about the context of classical Hollywood main title music.